Keto style chocolate fudge multi-use. Hello my friends, keto buddies. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make my chocolate that I have. I have this chocolate and I store it up for all types of yummy chocolate treats. And as you can see here, I have all of my ingredients that I'm going to be showing you how to make this yummy chocolate. The consistency, I'm going to use my fingers, is pretty. It's been sitting in the freezer, so right now it pretty much have a holding type of feel to it. Like, it don't melt as quick like when you hold it. It's a little gummy as well. You can use it for either whatever you want it to be, whether it's Reese cups. I do all kind of things, brownie, no bake brownies. And so that's what I'm gonna be showing you guys today. And right here I have a small batch left from when I made it on last evening. Okay, so to start off, I use Baker's unsweetened. I have 4 carbohydrates and 3 fibers, so it kind of cancel out to about 1 carb. And I try to make a whole lot of this at one time, so I don't have to keep remaking it every single day. So this is basically how that looks when it comes in to you. If you want to kind of start off and test it out to see how you like it, I usually go with around about half of this, and it could make about this much when you add all the other ingredients. If that's too much for you, most of the stuff that I do, I just scale it down to taste and the size that I want. So if you have to tweak it a little bit here and there just to get the taste that you want. So I just start off with taking about half of this block and I put it into a baking pan. I'm not gonna do the whole stove thing today because it's just basically melting the ingredients together. And so you're gonna start off with half of that in a baking pan, or yes, baking pan. And I also use about 2 of these, 2 tablespoons of butter, and I throw it in a pot as well. So 2 tablespoons of butter. And I also start off with heavy whipping cream, and I do about a fourth to a half cup of heavy cream, depending on how creamy I want the consistency to be. Whether I want a milk chocolate or a dark chocolate, it depends on how much heavy whipping cream I use. But I like mine to taste really, really buttery and really milk chocolatey. So I use about I can go anywhere from a fourth to a half cup of this. And so of course I have all of that in the pan baking. You got your chocolate, you got your heavy whipping cream, and you have your butter all in the pot melting away. And of course you're stirring frequently until it get a nice melted. I noticed that the butter usually tends to melt faster than the chocolate, so you want to continue to give it a nice stir. I do that until everything is nice and melted, and then I go ahead and add in my Hershey's chocolate. And I use about 1 of these cupfuls of Hershey's. It's like a powder. So I use about a cupful of that. And I go ahead and stir it in the mixture while it's melting together. And depending on how thick you want it or how loose, you can add more of this or less of this. So after I do that, then I go to the next step. And of course you can continue to have it on the stove cooking on real low. I go really low so that I don't burn my chocolate. And sometimes I just let it marinate on the lowest possible. But depending on how fast you want your chocolate to melt and everything, you can go up in temperature if you like. Whatever sweetener you like, I usually use about a half cup, depending on what type of sweetener it is. I think the Truvia is a little bit sweeter. This have a more grindy, filled texture to it. So I know some people do go ahead and kind of blend it down so they can have a more powdery feel to it. Or you can go with your, I like this one too, it's sucrose and or Splenda. This is just the off-brand, so I use this one because it's more like a powder form, and once you put it in, it's already in that blended powder form. I don't know if I can show you that. Yeah, so if you see that, it's like already in this blended powder form. So about a half cup of that. I usually use the Splenda when I this sucrose when I do my chocolate. But like I said, other people have different types of things that they use. I'm gonna put this over here. I don't want it to mess up my. Okay, and then we also have, like I said, the Truvia. So it's either or, whatever you want, you like. I know even some people just, this Truvia I think have stevia leaf in it, as well as erythritol and the stevia blend together. And some people just like stevia by itself. Like I said, it all depends on. I do have xylitol as well, but I noticed the xylitol tends to give you, give me the runny, so I don't usually use that. And then of course you're gonna use your abstracts. Right here I have caramel, and I also have vanilla too, but I don't have it here at the table. I usually use about a half teaspoon of this and a half teaspoon of vanilla. Or I really love the way the caramel tastes, so sometimes I get all the way up to a teaspoon. And I'll just pour that into my mixture, and I'm stirring all at the same time. I'm adding all these in and I'm stirring. So all you trying to do is get a nice, really smooth texture as you are turning and stirring. You're trying to get that nice smooth texture. And after I'm done, I also wanted to show you one more. I also use the Luann's. I put in about, it's kind of tricky with your coconut oil, but I put in about a 4th cup of coconut oil as well. The whole purpose of my chocolate is to get it as fatty as possible. It's almost tend to act as like a fat bomb. Right before I go to bed, sometimes, you know, you have that sweet tooth that you just want something really quick. I know I'm gonna have to go on Amazon because I've been wanting the different molds for the Reese cup mold, and also Reese cup, it was something too, they had just a little cube type, because right now I am using this, and then I have my it's like a ice tray, and then I also use this as well. I just went to the dollar store, and you can get like 20 of these in a pack. And I really like these because it's not too small. And if I wanted just to grab it and go, I'll make a whole bunch of these and put them in it, just throw it in the refrigerator. And then when I pack up my lunch, I'll just pull it out. And I usually just take, fill my chocolate up at the bottom. And I will also use the peanut butter, the crunchy kind, to go over the top if I'm in a feel for a Reese peanut butter type of taste. So I use the Great Value, and I'm only using like a tablespoon of the peanut butter and about 2 tablespoons of my chocolate. Stir it all in here, and then I put it in the refrigerator to go. If you're feeling more of a nutty feel, if you want nuts to add it with it. Oh, I forgot to tell you guys, after you're done mixing all of that in together, after you do your coconut oil, again, everything is still on the stove on really low setting. You're trying to get it to this as smooth as possible, and then you're gonna just take it and put it in the refrigerator and just let it sit. As of right now, like I said, you can do all of this to it and it don't move. It's really solid. I really like that. But when you tend to use the coconut oil, it can melt in your hand. So you can use it, or you don't have to use the coconut oil if you do not want to. Because like I said, I do a lot of the fats. I do the butter and the coconut oil. And then, also the peanut butter have a whole lot of fat. And then I have the heavy whipping cream, which is also a little bit fat. So This is kind of like a really nice milk chocolate sweet, and you don't have to take a lot of it to be satisfied. A little bit goes a very, very long way. And then, like I said, at the end, I let it set. If I want the Reese's peanut butter cup, I usually just use the peanut butter. If I just want without the peanut butter taste, I will go for the chopped pecans. I think you can get this whole bag for about $10 at Walmart. And I know a lot of time I just want chocolate with the nutty taste. So without the whole peanut butter taste, so I'll use that. Or you can also go with your walnuts. So if you want kind of like a brownie kind of feel, you know. So, I mean, once you make your chocolate, you have a whole lot of leeway that you can go with this. I will show you guys on another video how I even take this chocolate here that I make. I'll go ahead and remelt it again, and I will add in maybe like a 4th cup of almond flour. Put a little baking soda, throw it in the microwave, and bam, I have a cake. So I use this chocolate, very versatile. You can use it for a lot of different things, whether it's Reese's peanut butter cup, whether it's the whole fudge brownie type of taste, or you want just pecans in your chocolate. So this is what I used for my chocolate fix. And you don't, like I say, have to have a whole lot of it. A little bit goes a long way to just knock out that sweet. You don't have to have this every day either, but if you're just having something where you're running into trouble, like I say, you want to pack up a whole lot of these little containers, throw it in the refrigerator, and throw it in your lunch bag and go. Okay, this has been another one of Miss Joyful Cookings, keto style. I hope you guys enjoy it. Please leave a comment and subscribe. Have a beautiful day. Goodbye.